C3.AI owns the most valuable ticker symbol in the world, but behind that two-letter AI label is a company burning through cash so fast it just fired a quarter of its staff while the founder and the CEO dumped tens of millions of dollars in stock right before the floor fell out. If you were looking for a textbook case of how a company can sit right in the middle of the biggest technological gold rush in history and still find a way to lose nearly half its revenue in a single year, you are looking at C3.AI. This is a company that has undergone a series of identity shifts that would make a spy blush, starting out as C3 Energy back in 2009, moving to C3 IoT when the Internet of Things was the big buzzword, and finally landing on C3.AI just in time to catch the machine learning wave. On the surface, it looks like a pioneer, but if you dig into the actual financial mechanics revealed in their latest February 2026 disclosures, you start to see a narrative that looks less like a tech giant and more like a specialized defense contractor fighting for its life. The stock has been on a relentless grind lower, recently hitting a 52-week low of $9.90, which is a staggering fall for a company that once peaked near $177. To understand the chaos here, we have to look at the massive paradox on their balance sheet, because while the business model is currently fracturing, they are sitting on a cash pile of over $621 million. That cash is the only thing standing between them and an immediate existential crisis, giving them about 11 quarters of runway at their current burn rate. But that runway is getting shorter as the commercial side of the business essentially implodes. In the third quarter of fiscal year 2026, total revenue didn't just miss expectations, it collapsed, coming in at $53 million when Wall Street was looking for nearly $78 million. That is a 46% year-over-year decline. Think about that for a second, because software companies in a bull market are supposed to be growing, yet C3.AI is shrinking at a rate that suggests their commercial sales engine has completely stalled in North America and Europe. This is why the company just announced they're cutting 26% of their entire global workforce. When a company fires a quarter of its staff, it is an act of desperation, not a strategic tweak. It saves the money on the overhead, but it also cripples their ability to actually sell software to new commercial clients. And the real horror story is in the gross margins. Software companies usually have gross margins around 70 or 80% because once the code is written, selling it to another person costs almost nothing. But C3.AI saw its GAAP gross margins collapse to 17%. That is a number you usually see in low-end manufacturing or manual labor industries. It suggests that instead of selling a scalable product, C3.AI is having to send armies of expensive engineers to manually set up and fix their software for every single client, which effectively turns them into an IT consulting firm with a tech company's valuation. Now, while the commercial side is a disaster, there is a weirdly bright spot in the federal government. Federal bookings grew by 134% recently, and federal work now accounts for over half of their total bookings. They have landed a $500 million master agreement with the Department of Defense and are building things like contested logistics models for the U.S. Army to predict fuel and ammo needs in combat. This is the ultimate pivot. They are trying to become a dedicated defense contractor, which is a sticky business, but it is also a slow, bureaucratic one that hasn't been enough to stop the overall revenue bleed. But here's where it gets really murky. While the company was reporting these catastrophic numbers, the people who know the business best were heading for the exits. Thomas Siebel, the legendary founder and chairman, dumped over 3 million shares for more than $52 million. The new CEO, Stephen Ahikian, who took over after Siebel stepped down due to health reasons, also sold over $3 million worth of stock. In fact, over the last 6 months, there have been 19 distinct insider trades trades, and exactly 0 of them were purchases. Every single one was a massive sale. When the founder, the CEO, the CFO, and the chief commercial officer all dumped their personal equity right before the company reveals that revenue has been cut in half, it tells you everything you need to know about their internal conviction. It looks like a management team that knew the iceberg was coming and decided to lower their personal lifeboats first. From a market mechanics perspective, the stock is currently a playground for institutional algorithms and dark pool activity. Nearly 60% of the short volume is happening off-exchange in dark pools, which allows big players to suppress the price without tipping off retail traders. And speaking of retail, there's a massive trap set for anyone looking for a short squeeze. Even though short interest is incredibly high at over 31% of the float, the cost to borrow those shares is almost 0. That means short sellers aren't under any pressure to cover their positions. They can stay short indefinitely for almost no cost because there is an absolute abundance of shares available to borrow. If you're buying this stock hoping for a violent short squeeze, you're likely walking into a wall of institutional selling that has no reason to stop. This entire situation is being complicated by a massive rumor of a reverse merger with a company called Automation Anywhere. The idea is that this private company would effectively acquire C3.AI to get a backdoor entry into the public markets. Speculation about this deal is the only thing keeping the stock from falling even further, but it's a double-edged sword. If the deal actually happens, it will likely involve issuing massive amounts of new stock, which would dilute existing shareholders into oblivion. If the deal falls through, the speculative premium vanishes and the stock could fall through its $9.50 support level into a period of unnapped price discovery to the downside.
The technicals are just as bleak as the fundamentals. The stock is trapped below its 50-day and 200-day moving averages, and every time it tries to rally, it gets slapped back down by algorithmic selling. It behaves like a large-cap stock in a state of decay. To put this in perspective, if you had put $1,000 into C3.AI at its IPO, you would essentially have nothing left today. It is a profound cautionary tale of how branding and hype can mask a business model that simply isn't working. Even with the federal lifeline and the $600 million in cash, the company is burning through $50 or $60 million a quarter. They have an active S3 shelf registration ready to go, which is basically a legal mechanism that allows them to dump more new shares onto the market whenever they need more money. They are structurally dependent on future dilution to survive. So you have a company with collapsing commercial revenue, margins that look like a construction firm instead of a software giant, insiders dumping tens of millions in stock, and a workforce being gutted by 26%. The only bull case is a government-backed turnaround or a speculative merger bailout. For most investors, that makes C3.AI a massive red flag. The market is pricing this like a company that is losing the enterprise software war to more agile competitors like Palantir or the big cloud giants who are building their own AI tools directly into the systems where data already lives. C3.AI is trying to sell an expensive monolithic overlay platform at a time when the world is moving toward modular, cloud-native solutions. If they can't prove that they can turn those government bookings into high-margin software revenue rather than low-margin consulting fees, they risk becoming a zombie corporation that eventually burns through its cash fortress and fades into irrelevance. The smart money saw this coming and front-ran the collapse with massive put option buying weeks before the latest earnings report. They knew the business model was failing. The question now is whether the federal pivot is a real transformation or just a temporary bandage on a wound that is far too deep to heal. Until the commercial bleeding stops and the margins stabilize, this equity represents maximum risk for anyone trying to catch the falling knife. The sheer volume of red flags here, from the insider selling to the dilution risk, suggests that the market's lack of trust in management is well-founded. It is a situation where the fundamentals, the technicals, and the insider behavior are all screaming the same thing. Even with a pristine balance sheet, a company cannot sustain a $250 million annual operating loss forever. They are in a race against time to reinvent themselves before the money runs out. And right now, the clock is winning. You have to ask yourself if you want to bet on a management team that extracted $50 million for themselves while the shareholders watch the value of their investment evaporate. The narrative of the AI ticker symbol has finally met the reality of the balance sheet, and the result is a catastrophic fundamental collapse. Whether they can pull off a miracle with the Department of Defense or a merger is anyone's guess, but the hard data says the business is currently in a state of structural decay that doesn't have an easy fix. The market is repositioning, and for C3.AI, that has meant a brutal and swift repricing that might not be over yet. Every bounce is being used as exit liquidity by the institutions who still have positions to dump, and the algorithmic pressure is keeping a heavy ceiling on any potential recovery. This isn't just a bad quarter, it is a breakdown of the core investment thesis that has left the company fighting for its very existence in the public markets. The shift to a consumption-based pricing model, which was supposed to save the company, has largely failed to re-accelerate growth, leaving them with no clear path to profitability. When you combine all these factors, the picture that emerges is one of a company that captured the hype but couldn't capture the cash flow. It serves as a reminder that in the world of high-stakes tech investing, a cool ticker symbol and a legendary founder aren't enough to overcome the cold, hard math of a failing income statement. The next few months will be the ultimate test to see if the automation anywhere rumors can provide a temporary floor or if the stock is destined to continue its slide into the single digits. Either way, the era of C3.AI as a high-flying growth darling is officially over, replaced by the grim reality of a restructuring defense contractor with a lot of cash and even more problems.